welcome to my digital collection. We're going to go over this. This is a bit of a live vlog. Um, we may get some chatter, we may not, but a while back I did a video back when I was in Dallas showing off this really late night thing. My digital movies. I think I was around 250 back then, maybe 300, give or take. So we're kind of continuing that. We'll be here for about an hour tonight. Um, this is very last minute. My back is killing me. I had a really crazy week at work. I was planning on taking tonight off. I was actually planning on doing a potential reaction while watching along with a movie. I'm very scared to do those though due to copyright. I know some YouTubers do it and they can get away with it, but yeah. So anyway, bit last minute. Forgive how I look. My speech impediment may pop up every so often, but I want to share. We've got this order and most recently purchased. Um, and it's gonna be really cool. I'm kind of excited to share this with you. So bear with me. Let me get um, things set up here, and then we will jump in. We had some recent releases. Tomb Raider. Um, why does that still say Arena? Man, that is totally wrong. Okay, let me get this changed here. I gotta do some updates. Restream is being a kind of a bitch. Give me 1 minute. I also can't see chat. If there is any chat, I may or may not be able to see. But, oh, hey, random. Yeah. Spiky. Hello. Sorry, y'all. Give me a minute. I don't have stream chat up, so forgive me. Again, this whole setup is last minute, but I want to give y'all a peek into my digital collection tonight. Um, it says MTG Arena, but that's obviously wrong. I'm trying to get that updated, so bear with me. Let's see. How is everybody doing? Did y'all have a good day? Ah, it's a fly. Shoe fly. Shoe. More, no. And this will be for entertainment. Okay, that's good. Now I need to change Twitch. Give me 1 minute. You can get away if you have the movie less than halfway on screen and practically muted. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'm still afraid to do it though, man. I don't know. It's like losing my virginity. I'm like, I really want to. Like, it's right there. That's probably TMI. Um, Killing some time before bed. Man, I appreciate you popping in. As always, random. We'll get into all this in just a minute, I promise. We're gonna go over about 50 or 60 movies, like not like diving into every single one of them, but yeah, so okay. That's good, it's good. Good, it's good. Language? Significant profanity. Significant profanity. Yeah, that I'll put sexual themes. Why not? Okay, Twitch is done. I did have a good day and my teeth haven't been bugging me. That's good. Big Channel did a reaction on Superman Live on YouTube. I saw that. I've seen a few YouTubers do it, and it is amazing. Um, but yeah, so let's pop out. I'm really sorry, y'all. This should have been set up, but Restream decided to be a dick. Didn't do it. Okay, I think we're good. All right. So I've got chat up. Let's see how everything goes, but for the most part, I think we're good to go. If the lighting's horrible, I look horrible, but whatever. All right, so first up, Thunderbolts. Obviously, Thunderbolts is a must-have. Literally like one of the funniest Marvel movies so far uh, this year. Last few years, actually. I loved it. Jurassic World Dominion, that is the extended cut, had to have this extra scenes in it. Has one of the best couple reunions ever, and that is yeah, the original OG and his wife, um, Ellie Statler and Dr. Grant. I love those two as a couple. Movie has a great ending to it, in my opinion, and I love when they get together. So next up is Karate Kid Legends. Another great movie. I liked it. I'll be honest, I'm probably one of the few, but I prefer. There's two. The original is good. Part two is good, but the next Karate Kid, I actually really enjoyed that. It was really cool to see a female character in that role, and it was really good. And then Legends, those are my top two out of the movie universe of that part. So I have an idea for a basically liquid metal robot that can change forms, make itself bigger or smaller, like itself big as a Hulk. Nice. Okay, so Joyride. If you're not familiar with Joyride, Joyride is really good. It's got Paul Walker in it, early years. It's also got, I forget her name. I wonder if this will let me click on it. It's not going to show me. Um, if I click on it, it messes everything up, so that's why you're seeing a basic background. So I apologize. But Joyride's really good. Again, Paul Walker. It's also got a really fairly popular guy, early 2000s. And I also forget her name, but she's a fairly well-known actress back then too. I don't know about today. I haven't seen her today, but still really cool. And then Top Right Until Dawn, enjoyable movie. I liked it. It didn't do the game justice at all, but it was good. Yeah, so I had to have that. Next up, we have Drop. Drop was good. I actually saw it in IMAX. Really, really good experience. I've seen it. We've seen it twice. The family enjoyed it, and decent movie. I liked it. I liked the twist in it. It was good. Bicentennial Man. Good lord. If you have never seen Bicentennial Man, it's a 3 hour movie, but damn, it is such a great Robin Williams movie, and it speaks to AI on a level that we will see probably not in my generation, but probably in the next 30 to 40 years. It's crazy. It is crazy. Like I'm wide-eyed right now. It's crazy. It touches on humanity, AI, what it means to be human, what it means to be a robot, what it means to be an android, what it means to be AI. Will AI be acceptable in our world? How will it work out? I mean, I constantly work with an AI called Gemini from Google. I she's you can, I label her as a she. It's easier for me. But she's a lifesaver in a lot of things. She helps with here on the YouTube channel with Psycast. It's a great assistant. So it's just great. Don't forget to purchase World of Worlds 2020. Ah, I ain't doing that. No, it's like I have World of Worlds with Tom Cruise, which I actually liked. I liked what they did with it. But yeah, you should still try it. It's still a thing, but that's been done often. I'm gonna try it eventually, for sure. My first, I'm still trying to decide what my first reaction movie will be. Um, so, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so next is Flight. Flight's good. It's got a decent story. It's Denzel Washington, so it's pretty decent. I liked it. Good drama. And then of course Final Destination 1. This is the only one I have right now. I need to get the collection. I can't afford it, so I've been kind of piecemealing it um, off and on to hopefully get the collection at some point. Pacific Rim, another great movie. Um, Obviously, you know, very inspired by a lot of things, Japanese films, Godzilla, all kinds of stuff. Very cool concept. I like it. I also like the second one too, which I don't think I have, but it's a great movie. Now at the top we've got Rampage. Rampage is really funny. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be a horrible video game adaptation. It doesn't. I don't know. It's kind of on par with the video game in some ways. I think it actually might be a bit better. It's like one of those game adaptations that it's kind of iffy. But if you look at it from a certain way, I like the movie. I like what they did with the gorilla. The wolf was all right. The alligator was fantastic. I love what they did with that. So, or croc. It was croc. I think it was a crocodile. There was Lizzie. Lizzie. I guess the croc was supposed to be Lizzie. Lizzie was the giant reptile. So yeah, maybe. Um, Story about the liquid metal so common they made a Pokemon on it. They did, yeah. The double nutted. Um, yeah, I forget his name. Melt. Ah, I forget. I keep wanting to say Metatron, but that's Dogma. It's a big connector to my space story project that I started. Melton. That's it. Melton. Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those names. If you had, you get beat up in high school. Like Milton. Mel Metal. Yeah, that's right. Okay, gotcha. It's been a while. But with the new one coming out, thankfully they're releasing it on Switch. I finally got a charger for my Switch, my Generation 1 Switch that y'all here in the community helped me get. We are going to be playing it, so you can look forward to that. I don't think I'll have any of my original Pokemon, though. Sadly. It really sucks, but yeah. Okay, so Rush Hour, obviously, Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3. You can't, you can't, have comedy in your life without those three. Now, that's my opinion. They are working on a four. That's going to be highly questionable to me, but yeah, one, two, and three are really good. I would say two's my favorite. Yeah, two, one, and then two, one, and then three. So definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it yet. Great series. The Hunt. The Hunt's a trip. Um, I saw The Hunt because of Ready or Not, which we'll have up here in a bit. The Hunt's a great movie. It's basically I don't if you've never like if you're a '90s kid like I am, you probably saw The Pest with John Leguizamo. Really fucking annoying movie, but really funny. And it's a really good movie. Did you get Madam Web? Yeah. Well, I don't think I bought it. Maybe I did. If it is, it's lower. I did see it twice in theater, so it was okay. Yeah, it wasn't horrible. Depends on the games. Anything before Gen 3 can't be brought up. True. Okay. So yeah, The Hunt's really good. It's not everybody's cup of tea. There is some political messaging in it a bit, but very violent. You know what? It's basically class warfare combined with Hunger Games. And there is a lot of Hunger Game influence in it, so it's really good. Decent comedy, not perfect, but decent comedy. Okay, Family Man. Family Man's a bit of an underdog film in my opinion. Um, Nicolas Cage and I forget her name. The mom from Jurassic Park 3, which was decent part, decent Jurassic Park movie. Um, but yeah, so it's your basic Christmas story, kind of like A Christmas Carol. There's his father, or there's just a really rich guy, and it's a bit of a dramedy comedy drama. He gets a flashback to what it would have been like to be a father, to be a husband, all this and that. It's a really cool story, and let you take off from there. So I definitely recommend it. September 5th. September 5th. Lady Salak and I love this movie. We're big biography viewers. I love a good biofilm, biopic. And September 5th was fantastic. They made a violent movie and drama, mildly violent, without hardly any bloodshed. It was amazing. It's kind of like National Treasure level. Yeah, don't get me started on that, but it's a great movie. I have a few shiny Pokemon I've had for almost 20 years. Damn. Man, everyone loves Superman. I've been seeing a lot of love for Superman. Spoilers for Superman message. We'll have a spoiler. Yeah. No, you're good. I get it. I've seen it 3 times. Lady Psylocke loved it. We both saw it in IMAX here locally. So I just watched the show, My Adventures with Superman. I didn't get into it. I tried. I don't know, man. I'm a diva when it comes to animation style. I know that sounds stupid, but certain animation styles just bug the shit out of me. And this is gonna sound really bad, and especially as a comic book fan, even though I'm kind of generic at this point, um, I can't stand the old style X-Men animation type. I don't know why. I think I watched it as a kid, but watching it growing up, yeah, not a fan of that animation style, but still, great show. Beast, the Beast with Idris Elba. I don't know which way to point. This film is awesome. It's great. If you've never seen it, it's great. Now, it's a family drama combined with obviously some violence. It's testament to nature. I get goosebumps thinking about it. But yeah, just a great movie. Great ending too. It's a little slow to build up. I'll warn you, it's a little slow, but it's good. Now, a pied de résistance, French for a reason. The Count of Monte Cristo. This is a classic story to me. I love it. I have both versions of the audiobook. The extended and unextended. The unextended is 26 hours long. The classic novel itself. It's a great story of vengeance, love, betrayal, drama, comedy, even. It's a tale for its time because the verbiage, the vocabulary, the punctuation, um, uh, yeah, the way it's written, it's a period piece. But this movie, which is about 3 hours long, um, it's a great movie. You have to watch it in French with subtitles. They did do English, but it fucking pisses me off, and I'll tell you why. Because this English cast butchered the names of some of these characters. A notable one, if you know anything about the story, Danglars, a first mate on the ship, they call him literally. His name is Danglars. I mean, even if you say it with an American accent, it sounds funny, but it's the proper way to say it. Danglars, you know, it's just crazy. But here's the thing: the English cast call him Danglers. Danglers. Now, as a little bit of a perverted man child that I am, when you refer to somebody as Mr. Danglers, like, ah, it killed me. It killed me to try to watch this in English. But, you know, it's good. It's really good. They did a great job with it. But I had to watch it in French. I'm learning it where I can look away and I don't have to watch the subtitles. But damn, yeah. Anyway, it's a great movie. It's a great buy, but again, be prepared. It's in French, as it should be. Um, and it's just great. Now, the ong instead of ang. Well, that's dude. I, I got maybe if Lady Silent and I at some point want to do some combo videos, playthrough or whatnot. We have in the past with TMNT. But you should. She can attest to the irate I went into when this movie released. I was looking forward to it. I wanted to see it in English. And then I heard how much they butchered it and how monotone it was. I lost it. I was texting. I went off for like 20 minutes. I'm sure she turned her phone off. But it was great. Anyway, Craven. Craven's a great film. I love this film. And if I'm right, that's the same actor from Kick-Ass, I think. But it's a good movie. I liked it. Now, with that said, I tend to be one of those movie viewers, game players that really go for the underdog games, not just because they're underdog, but because I tend to enjoy the things that a lot of people don't, on some level. Craven was great. I liked it. I saw it in theaters twice. Very violent, probably definitely the most violent Marvel movie right after Moon Knight. My God, speaking of another one, that's another one I need to get. But anyway, Craven's great. So moving on. Don't forget about Dragon Ball Evolution, bro. That's right up there with Street Fighter Legend Chun Li. I no, I've never seen Evolution. I'll never watch it. I think I watched part of Street Fighter Legend Chun Li, and won't do it. Don't even own it. Won't own it. And that's saying something. Okay. Wait, did I miss something? No, that's it. Okay. Sonic 3. Obviously, got to have that. The Sonic movies have been near top tier. Like pushing the boundary top tier. It's been fantastic. I love Idris as Knuckles. Sonic's doing great. You can still see some of the CG in it, obviously, some of the green screen, especially when Sonic's adopted father is trying to make eye contact with Sonic. You can see where they use like something to represent Sonic, but he's kind of looking away a bit. So, anyway, great movie, obviously. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's true. I forgot about Deadpool. I don't know. Deadpool's obviously part of the MCU, but I kind of put him in his own category, you know? Um, but yeah, no, agreed. I totally forgot about Deadpool. Okay, Friday. I've never seen Friday, see Friday. It's, especially if you're a 90s kid or 2000s. Ice Cube and Chris Tucker, Jesus, talk about funny. And so memeable, too. There's so many memes from that movie, it's crazy. I hope they have it long enough to bring in Sticks? I don't think I've ever heard of Sticks. Huh. Okay, Miss Congeniality, another comedy, Sandra Bullock in her prime. I didn't enjoy the second one too much, but the first one was good. I like Sandra Bullock, had a crush on her for a while. She's really good in Demolition Man too. She's a bit of a supporting character, but um, excuse me. Demolition Man is a great movie. I think I have it. I don't know. We'll see. Crazy Badger from Sonic Boom. Oh, yeah, maybe they will. That'd be cool. They can't go too much more with these with the main cast though. It's gonna start getting pretty up there. But I'm looking forward to number 4. Okay, so there's next Friday, the second one. Still really good, right up there with the first one. Definitely recommend it. Again, pure comedy. Be aware it's a stoner-ish comedy. It basically takes the movie Boys in the Hood. If you've never seen that, it's another good film, good drama about life in the ghetto. Um, and it's good, but it Friday turns that concept, turns it on its head. He takes like a Spike Lee joint film and turns it into a stoner slapstick kind of comedy, and it is a bit cerebral because it does get you thinking, but man, it's great. So it's definitely worth it. 20 years? Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. Yeah, she was kind of right up there with Julia Roberts. They were though I would argue they were probably the most premier white female actress around that time. So yeah, agreed. Okay, next up is Seven. What's in the box? Seven is brutal. Um, Obviously serial killer. If you've never seen it, Brad Pitt and how do I forget his name? Morgan Freeman. Great film. Violent serial killer story. Um, well written too. So there's the Naked Gun trilogy, which I haven't seen the new one yet, but God, I want to. I meant to go see it in theaters like 5 times. I had digital tickets, free virtual tickets I could use, but I never did because I've been so tired with the new meds that they have me on for my ADHD. It's wiping me out, but I'm trying to get it right. So, but yeah, so there's that. Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2 is really good. Man, I don't know. Like compared to the first one, you can't really beat the first one. There's just no way, but they definitely did a damn good job on this one. Gotta be like, um, no, really, really good. Pedro Pascal, surprisingly, sort of surprisingly, um, played a really good gladiator. I liked his role. I get goosebumps thinking about it. But yeah, another great movie. Venom: The Last Dance, my favorite Venom movie. My favorite Venom movie. We saw it in theaters, Lady Salak and I. I immediately, halfway through, I was done. I was like, no, this is my favorite. Yeah, this is literally my favorite. The movie, no, Venom 1 is my number 2. And then 3 is my number 3. I like 3, but yeah. But yeah, no, the last Dance has a lot of heart in it. A lot of heart, and I think people can see it. Maybe they don't, but to me, great film. I just loved it. Again, definitely my top favorite out of the trilogy. Joker, Folio, yeah, Joker 2. Man, what could have been? There's when I saw the movie, I saw what they were doing. I saw that because there was a lot going on with this film. Joker 2, I saw Venom: The Last Dance on YouTube. Really? Oh, they must have uploaded it. Gotcha. Yeah, no, so Joker 2, I saw what they were trying to do, and there was a lot going on with it. Um, I'm going to do some spoilers here, so just a heads up. At the end, they were showing logically what could and should happen, right? Because this was not a standard, like, Joker film. It was a character study. And while the Waynes are a part of it, it's obviously a what if. It's a I forget the word term because my brain's not working. Um, but yeah, the ending I understood and I agreed with. I agreed with what happened because he became what he fought against in the first film, in my opinion. So inevitably that cycle is going to continue because yeah, he let he let people down. So, but he was also human. He was a man. He was trying to, wrestle with his dark side, a bit of a Jekyll and Hyde scenario, which I love Jekyll and Hyde scenarios. But with that said, on the outside, the actual movie being produced, directed, written, made, um, this may just be my opinion, but I get the feeling that the director and the writer, I think it's been noted pretty publicly, they didn't want to do a second one. They didn't feel the second one was warranted. But from my understanding, they were kind of painted into a corner with it. So they said, okay, we're going to do this, but we're going to do it to where it's lesser than the first one. Lesser than the first one. And now, again, that's just my opinion and the way I've kind of saw things unfold with my limited view of things. But I think they knew what they were doing with this film. They knew the degree to which they wanted to take it. So yeah, there's that. Phew, I would thought you were gonna say it's not that bad. No, I wouldn't have cared if it wasn't a musical, but that end, bro. No, I didn't even watch it. No, no, yeah, no, and I get it. The musical. I mean, look, Gaga's involved, man. I mean, you can't really get Gaga in anything without there being some music. I mean, that was probably part of the contract if we're doing it, you know. And again, musical in a Joker film, it kind of mocks itself in a bit. And it just goes back to what I was saying. The writers and director knew what they were doing with this film. They knew what they wanted to make, and not in a good way. They knew what they were doing. So anyway, Joker 2. My throat's getting dry. All right. The Last Samurai. Great movie. If you've never seen it, again, a long, but a great biopic based on a true story. Great film. Equalizer 3, that's the only one I have. I need to get the others. Uh, Denzel Washington as, this assassin. It's great. He kicks ass. Silent Night. I have the steelbook of this. I was actually surprised because it kind of follows like movies like Fat Man with Mel Gibson, where they turn Santa into like this hardcore badass. And then there was damn, what was the one? I have it. Well, we'll probably see it here in a minute. But anyway, it's a decent film. It's a decent film. So I'd recommend it. It's good, good action. Obviously, decent actor, not horrible. Part of the DC universe, not the movie, but the actor. He plays Flag, I think. Didn't he play Flag? I forget. Anyway, okay, moving on. Sonic 1 and 2, that's a dual pack. Obviously, we talked about that earlier. Um, it's really hard for me to rank the Sonic films. Um, I think the second one would be my number one. The first one would be number two, and then number three would be number three. But it's not the case with Venom. Like, it's not the case like Venom. The third one's still good. Two is better. One is better, and then two is the best for me. So, like, I would have watched if it was just a musical, but yeah, no, no way I'm tainting the original. It doesn't, I mean, to note, Joker 2 didn't ruin the original for me. Not that I'm, I'm not like trying to one up here or anything, but again, I see Joker 2 as just a throwaway. And again, the writers and directors knew what they were doing. They were just pressured by the studio and got gobs of money. Um, but even I think the thing was is that even if the director and the writers even had turned it down, they would have gotten the studio would have gotten somebody else to do it. So, they were just like, all right, look, they're gonna get somebody else to do it anyway. So we just need to do it, but we're gonna downplay it. We're gonna throw it out. So now again, I don't know the whole story about it, but anyway. Um. Oh God, Joker 3? Are you making this up or have you seen something? Jeez. Why? Ugh. Okay, I'm good. Oh brother, where art thou? If you have never seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, you need to. You need to. You want to talk about a musical-ish? It's basically the Odyssey. And if you don't know about the Odyssey, it's fantastic. It's the Odyssey. There's a lot of represent and symbolism of the Odyssey in this movie. And it's so funny, man. It is so funny. It's such a great movie. I might actually watch it before bed. It got me thinking about it. But um, it's a great movie. Um, comedy, message, um, just brotherhood, family, breaking out of prison. It's fantastic. I loved it. It'd be funny. I want it now. All right, Truman Show. Now you want to talk about the king of drama and Jim Carrey? Truman Show is great. It basically it's a statement on reality TV, basically, or TV itself, how people are stuck to the screen for their one character, and how it grows with them. I mean, it's kind of a statement on our movies coming up as a kid. I mean, here, look at me. You get nostalgic, you buy stuff, but this stuff meant a lot to you, and you're kind of hooked on it, and you watch. For example, it's a greater statement on Marvel and DC, right? Like you're familiar with this stuff as a kid, you know the brand, you know the characters, and you watch them change in different universes, animation styles, movies as you get older. And the darkest part that hit me one night is that, and this is thanks to the Truman Show, these characters live on past your death, right? They mean the world to you right now. They may or may not later on in your life, but in that moment, they're like the greatest thing to you. But what hit me realistically and hard like a gut punch is that I won't be around to see how far they go, potentially. You know, I won't be around to see like how they end up, whether it's a good or bad thing. And it kind of makes me sad because I would love to see what happens with some of these characters like 50 years from now. You know, is there a Marvel DC crossover movie? Maybe. That might happen in my generation. I think if anybody Gunn and Feige could probably make that happen. But yeah. So anyway, it's crazy. Truman Show's really good. Speak No Evil, decent film. Um, wasn't perfect, but it's a good drama suspense. A little bit of horror, not by much. Deadpool Wolverine, we're just gonna skip that one. That one was total shit. But whatever. No, I'm playing. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. No, Deadpool versus Wolverine. I've seen it like 8 times. Honestly, as you watch it, it can get a little overwhelming because of everything they put into this movie. But worth it. Um, Now, if I had to rank the Deadpool movies, um, it's hard to know where I'd start. It's hard to know where I'd start because I think one would be number one. Two is good. I actually liked two. Was there a Deadpool and Wolverine was Deadpool 3, right? Or am I missing something? Um, Sorry, I keep having to adjust. And this new chair is great, and it helps my back. But man, the cushion keeps bottoming out, and my hips are bone to board. Um, they're working on a Marvel DC crossover movie. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you want to talk about billion-dollar movie, three or four at that point. So anyway, yeah, there's Deadpool. Tron Legacy, God, I swear by this movie. The original too, but Legacy beats the original for me. Ares is coming out. I don't know how that's gonna go. I really don't. It is a Tron movie, so I'm definitely gonna see it, and it looks good. But man, it's crazy. Tron Legacy is another statement on AI because if you've never seen it, the main characters that are subjugated, destroyed, converted, enslaved in the movie, they come out of nowhere. This is a digital world that was created. Um, and in the second one, the original creator's trapped inside it. He got trapped inside there. His kid comes to find him, or he gets sucked in and finds his father. But there's these beings that are just created in this world that come out of nowhere. It was the perfect Goldilocks um, storm that created these digital beings, AI, literal AI, sentient AI, not created by any man. Although man created the environment in which they came about, that universe, they came out of nowhere. It's kind of a statement on humanity itself, because there's the universe and we came out of nowhere, out of the ingredients within the universe. So there's a parallel there, and it's really good. But anyway, great movie. If you've never seen it, great soundtrack. Daft Punk, Jesus, played it all the time. Okay, so one Deadpool and Wolverine, then two. I agree with that. Okay, so Deadpool and Wolverine was number three. Gotcha. Thank you for confirming. Um, they might make it a side movie and do Deadpool 3. Could be. Okay. I know I'm moving fast here, but I don't want to be here forever because there's a lot of movies. Castaway, man, I don't need to say anything about Castaway. It's a top tier movie. It's Tom Hanks. You know, no, Tom Hanks. Not everything Tom Hanks touches is gold. Um, what was the name of the film? Monsters and Mazes or something he did back in the day. Really young, like era of Big and The Man with One Red Shoe, Joe and the Volcano. Around that era, it was just ugh, I don't know what the hell he was thinking with that Monsters and Mazes or whatever the hell it was. But anyway, Castaway. I don't really need to say anything. If you've never seen it, definitely watch it because it's great. Total drama. Beetlejuice. Give it an Indy Nerdy collection. Don't get me started on the second one. You want to talk about bullshit. All right. I could deal with Joker 2. I thought it was all right. It wasn't horrible. But Beetlejuice, man, it is very rare that I rail on a movie. But god damn it, it could have been great. It really could have. It was funny most of the time, but that ending, the music sequence that went on forever, ugh. And then it got dark. Like literally, Beetlejuice makes a baby pop out of the chick. He literally impregnated her, and then a baby comes out like that. Tim Burton, again, this feels like one of those films Tim Burton didn't want to make, but he was kind of put into a corner, and he said, okay, we'll do that. But I'm going fucking nutso on this movie. I'm not going to hold back. And with Tim Burton, you want him to hold back just a little bit. And on this one, nah, man, it was over. It was over. Um, I tried. I really did. Lady Salak and I saw it in theaters. We were really excited. But man, I walked out. I was like, you know what? It was all right. But now, ugh, God, what could have been? Anyway, it could be a joke of a movie. The movie called Deadpool 3 is actually 4. Some dumbass can't count. Could be. Okay. Bad Boys Ride or Die. Good film. Good action. But most of the Bad Boy movies are really good. Bad Boys are really good. Um, I kind of swore off Will Smith for a while. I got a little PC, a little liberal, because of what he did to Chris Rock, and it's just fucked up. I mean, what kind of man is controlled by his wife like that? I get. I'm not gonna get into this, but I'll just say I get protecting your wife's honor, but Jada's got that dude manipulated to a molecular level, or did. I don't know his story right now, but he's still Will Smith. So anyway, Twisters. Twisters is really good. I think it did good compared to the original. I still think the original was better, but yeah. So about my father, decent comedy, not horrible. It didn't meet my expectations, but it is good. Robert De Niro is good. The comedian, he's a stand-up. This is a story a bit about his life, his actual life based on it. It's kind of like The Mind of Mencia or something to that regard. A Quiet Place Day One, favorite, favorite. A Quiet Place 1 and 2 is really good. 2 would probably be my favorite after Day One, and then there's the first one. So, man, these movies are so brutal. They're so brutal, it's ridiculous. And they do such a good, good job with them. All right, next up we have Crisis on Infinite Earth, Part 3. It's kind of small over here. They didn't do too bad with this Crisis trilogy. Kind of slow. I think that's probably why they made it a three-parter. Um, but overall, it was decent. It was decent. It wasn't. It's not any of my top animated films on the DC side, but it was alright. It wasn't too bad. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, good. I liked it. You really, you see Caesar. If you don't know anything about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes or the Planet of the Apes, a monkey's experimented on. They send him up in space. Um, he gets caught up in a black hole. He comes back, and goes from there. Now in this one, he is just worked on. He's a monkey that is trained to become more intelligent. He's a bit modified, but he becomes able to talk because he can learn. That's Caesar. And then there's this virus that's going around de-evolving people. They lose speech, they lose cognitive ability. They're very basic. Um, and so that's where you see monkeys get smarter and man gets dumber. So that's how they take over. They still let's see. I do see Deadpool being recast after Secret Wars because Ryan wants to be around the family more, and he could still be Deadpool but not the main one, like how the Batman is. I could see that. Yeah, I mean, multiverse is still a thing. Um, Wizard of Oz did it best. I agree with that, by the way. Um, I really do. Wizard of Oz did great, especially Oz, not the show, but the Great and Powerful Oz. I love that movie. I have it in the collection. But yeah, so I get that. Okay, so Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, great. It's the most recent one. Um, I forget that. I forget the name of the guy that does Caesar. He does such a great job with Caesar as with the CG and the motion capture. You can see the emotion in his eyes and the muscle flex and the body movement. It's the same guy that did Gollum. And he's got such a memorable name, but I can't remember. Anyway, next up is 10th Kingdom. 10th Kingdom's a bit of an unknown series that ABC did back in the day. They took the Disney fairy tales, put them into one universe, kind of like Once Upon a Time. Um, except this is more low key. It's more basic fairy tale stuff. Um, some decent names were in this. I can't remember entirely who they were, but it was all right. But you gotta kind of watch it in order to appreciate it. But it's kind of hard to watch. So, but I saw it on special and I grabbed it. The First Omen. The First Omen is a fucking great movie, especially for horror. Low key horror too. If I remember right, it's based on the Omen series movie, which is First Omen makes sense. Um, so yeah, there's that. I just got lost in thought. I just realized I'm not seeing any titles that I purchased maybe a bit ago. Anyway, Tarot. Tarot's a great film. Tarot actually kind of got me into tarot cards, and I have a Lord of the Rings tarot deck. Tarot's really interesting. Really interesting. I'm not. Yeah, and it's actually a great box set. I'll show this off at some point. I've kind of kept it secret because tarot tends to have a bit of a stigma, but it's really cool. All right, see you later, Random. It's a secret wars. They're rebooting stuff so the universe will be one with everything. So it's going totally Buddhist. We are one with everything. Yeah, that makes sense, though. Okay, so yeah, Tarot's a really good movie. Um, Good horror. Bit of a B movie, but still really cool. Brutal, too. Pretty brutal. Okay, Pray for the Devil is another decent horror film. Really good. Um, and Mission Impossible. This is the full collection. I mostly got this from my adopted father. When he was diagnosed with cancer, he was still kind of in recovery. He loves the Mission Impossible movies, so I figured I'd jump in on that for him. Me, Myself, and Irene, Jim Carrey, classic Jim Carrey. Very funny film, but very adult. The humor is crazy. Um, so there's that. There's Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. I dig the Godzilla and Kong movies. I know they're very campy. They kind of obliterate the universe a bit. Like Godzilla is not supposed to be like that. Yada yada. But anyway, Dark Knight. Given, I don't even need to touch that. The Dark Knight is the Dark Knight. And then there's Final Crisis Part 2, or, geez, yeah, Crisis Part 2. Again, it was good. It's not my favorite animated films, but it was alright. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, I really enjoyed. Um, I really liked it. I like the new Ghostbusters films. I think they did okay. Even, I don't own it, but even the one with the SNL chicks. Ghostbusters, Who You Gonna Call, I think, was it? Um, yeah, it was all right. Although the Thor dance scene, so weird. It was so weird, but it was pretty funny, especially having Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray. Dan Aykroyd's taxi scene, he's like, "What are you new to New York?" It's just, it was such a great cameo. I loved it. Anyway, Frozen Empire is really good. I like it. I like what they're doing with the modern Ghostbuster movies. Some people don't, but I like it. The Mummy Returns. The Mummy's the Mummy's Brendan Fraser like peak, like George of the Jungle Brendan Fraser. Um, he also did a Looney Tunes movie, which was really good. Um, but yeah, the Mummy series is great, including the Dragon Emperor, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. I really like that. That's the third one. I liked it. Tarot card user in One Piece. Oh, did not. Actually, I think I did know that. I remember seeing a character that kind of wielded cards like that, so kind of makes sense. Okay, we're getting there. Um, We're gonna go for a little bit longer. I think I've covered everything for the next 4 or 5 rows, and then we should be where we were at in the first video, which was a couple of years ago when I was in Dallas. So, Late Night with the Devil. This movie blew my mind. Slow to pick up, but man, it delivered at the end. Um, and it's a great concept. It really is, and it's really just so good. Definitely watch it. Total horror film, but it's really good. And if I'm right, this guy played Scarecrow. I think was it Scarecrow in the Dark Knight trilogy? But anyway, I think James Gunn maybe pulled the glass ceiling that Dark Knight made with his Batman. Yeah, maybe. I can agree with that. Hey, Chew, how you doing, man? Yeah, no, Late Night was fantastic. Magnificent Seven, another Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, really good actors in this. It's a great Western, comedy-ish for the most part, but really good film. Equilibrium, man, if you've never seen Equilibrium, okay, I'll say it. This movie, it invented Guntana, right? Like martial arts with guns. Um, man, it's a good film. It is such a good film, and it's got Sean Bean in it. Um, it's great. If you've never seen it, it's really good. Late '90s, but it definitely helped kick things off. Hawkins is his name. Also, the man who plays Aquaman's brother in the second Aquaman movie needs to play Aquaman. Maybe. But I mean, that'd definitely be interesting. Okay, the grown-ups movies. I've got both movies in a collection. I like the first one. Didn't enjoy the second one too much. I won't spend any time on those. Ernest Goes to Jail. I'm an Ernest guy. Hey, Vern. Um, I grew up on Ernest. I loved him. Ernest Scared Stupid was good. Ernest, there's a couple of them, but Goes to Jail is one of my favorites. Definitely his top favorite. So, if you don't know anything about Ernest P. Worrell, I mean, you're not entirely missing out, but at the same time, it was at a time when you had like Pee Wee Herman, you had Ernest, you had there's a couple other standout characters that had their time. But man, it's really funny. It's stupid humor, but it's really funny. And rest in peace to the guy. He passed years ago, 2010, I think, maybe 2005, somewhere around there. Died of cancer, if I remember right. Okay. Uh, Aquaman 2, obviously decent. Um, $1 billion movie. Wait, was it one? I think it was one. Two wasn't a $1 billion movie. Theatrical release. Yeah, it was one. Although I think two came close. Although I could be wrong. Final Crisis Part One. Look, man, I'll be honest. Um, when it comes to the Justice League films, to me, the in like the last probably 5 to 6 years, the one I will swear by to this day is oh crap, we might have to come to it. I forget. Justice League Dark. Shit, I forget the name. I'm just my brain's all over the place. Yeah, we'll probably eventually come to it, but I did a review on it here on the channel, and yeah, it just you could take from that playbook and apply it, and it's just so good. Justice League Dark something I can't remember. I don't know. Like honestly, I kind of think you should give Aquaman a rest, but that's just me. I don't see anybody topping Momoa, but I'm a bit biased, so who knows. Thanksgiving was decent. Again, this is one of those holiday horrors. Um, Kind of hit mainstream. It's Scream, but with Thanksgiving, it's crazy. Very graphic, very violent, but still really good. Apocalypse War, that's it. Thank you, Spiky. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy, that's a given. I don't need to attest to that. We know it's good. Ready or Not, another graphic film. Look, I like graphic porn. I really do. Although I never really got into the Terrifier series. I tried. I don't know. I could get into Terrifier. Even though I have two, I have the second one. Um, but no, Ready or Not's a fun film. Bloody. They make a deal with the devil. They have to play a game like every 10 years or every time somebody comes into the family, something like that. They draw a card or they play, and they give them a game to play, board game, child game, whatever it may be, and then they have to play Ready or Not, hide and seek, basically. And if they don't, the whole family dies. And then throughout the movie, you just see people popping, like left and right, dying, brutal deaths. Just, it's crazy. It's crazy. But real traditional Aquaman, the dude should be him, but you could say, abuse me. Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do it, bring him along later. Bring him later in. But that's how I do it. Okay. Forgive me if I start going faster, but we've been here longer than I thought we would. But man, this shit's fun. Um, I'm spending the rest of the weekend with Lady Psylocke, so I got to get some rest. But Soul, man, Soul is great. It's right up there with Wally with me. Um, if you've never seen Soul, it is just great. Jamie Foxx, music, talking about the afterlife, talking about experiencing life, the basics of life, enjoying walking, enjoying music, enjoying your life, enjoying food, um, finding who you are, what makes you tick, what makes you feel like you're a part of this universe that drives you, that you can find enjoyment in, contentment. It's just a great experience. Um, some of my top films like this are Wally, Up, and Soul. Um, and it's a good experience. True Lies, Schwarzenegger and Curtis. It's a great 90s action film. Good comedy. Really good. The Sandlot. The Sandlot's another stable classic for childhood, especially if you're in the 90s. Um, it's a great kind of coming of age film about a group of guys that are just out playing baseball and then they have an adventure of a lifetime. It's great. The Score, and again, Robert De Niro. Um, Another good film. It's a heist, a little slow, kind of classy, but really good. Have him sort of be an anti-hero, like against the surface world, and then slowly he realizes that the surface and his kingdom can get along. I mean, yeah, that would be your classic Aquaman for the most part, at least according to Justice League level. Um, like animated Justice League, kind of. Kingdom comes first, but then he learns he can work with humanity. But yeah, the score's good. The Batman, obviously a good film. Just gonna kind of gloss over it. Shawshank Redemption. What do you say? If you haven't seen it, Morgan Freeman. I forget the guy's name. Wow. Tim Robbins. Duh. Um, Jailbreak. They mentioned the Count of Monte Cristo in this movie. Again, one of my favorite stories. I'll never forget it. There's so many memorable scenes in this, but they're sorting books and they're trying to put them in their appropriate categories within the library. And they say The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandra Dumbass. And they said dumbass. Like, yeah, it's right there. That's Dumas, Dumas. And he said, "You ever read that? It's about a jailbreak." And the prisoner he's like, "Well, shouldn't we put this in educational?" I love it, man. Oh, it's such a good film. Okay, Beavis and Butthead Do America. Look, I'm a B&B guy. I love it. I've been watching the new seasons. God, Mike Judge. Some of the earlier, like the first season, they didn't really do seasons back then. It was just release. But the first two seasons kind of bothered me, but then they came into their own. And it's just stupidity. It's just like straight up stupidity of teenage angst. And then they work out these methods to bring them into our time, into this generation via wormhole. They travel through time. It's insane. Um, so yeah, Beavis and Butthead to America, decent film. Well, funny, but again, stupid. Oppenheimer. I don't know what to say about Oppenheimer. I love the film. It's long, but it's a great story. It is a biopic, and he did such a great job on the voice, I think, on the representation of actual Oppenheimer. and the way his mind works, the way things were coming together at the molecular level, that visual representation, how it was churning and then came to be. And then after, I got goosebumps. After the fallout, the literal fallout, and when he realizes what he has unleashed on humanity, I was dumbfounded how that was represented by this character, by the movie. Um, I still watch it when I can. It's right up there with Lincoln with me. Lincoln's a movie I've mentioned every so often. Abraham Lincoln. Um, just such a great biopic. So great. Again, slow, but it's great. So anyway, moving on. I could go on about it. Secret Life of Pets. God, this is a fun movie. Um, it's just so great. You definitely gotta watch it. It's a great family movie for sure. Haunting in Venice was okay. I was expecting more out of that, but I should have bought that at a discounted price. So anyway, all I gotta say about Oppenheimer is what made Marvel or the brothers or even RDJ want to play Doom. True. Although RDJ and Oppenheimer was actually really good. He played a good villain. He played a good politician, basically. Um, okay. Special note on. I apologize if the audio is getting loud. I didn't realize how loud I was getting, so my bad. Nightmare Before Christmas. Lady Salak had never seen it till we watched it. She loved it. Um, she was a little apprehensive to watch it because of how she grew up, but she loved it, and now it's kind of become an annual thing that she really enjoys. Um, I've seen it like 10 to 12 times easily, and so I had to get it on digital. Of course, I have the Alien collection. It doesn't include any of the last two films, I believe. But yeah, it's really good. I still haven't watched all of them, but yeah, The Expendables 4. I'm a Stallone guy. I'm a Schwarzenegger guy. I grew up in the 90s. Jason Statham. These Expendables movies always have decent action stars in it. Expendables 4 was good. It's not the strongest. It's not the strongest one, but it's good. The Amazing Spider-Man collection, had to get that. I don't know where that stands with me, to be honest. I can't put Spider-Man movies into categories. I just can't do it. I can't rank them. Um, I just can't do it. It's like every Spider-Man film is really good in its own right. I even like Spider-Man 3. I don't like entirely like the way they did Venom, but it was what it was in its own right. And so yeah, it was really good. And of course they wrapped all that up with um No Way Home. So, man, hell of a thing. Anyway, it's hard to rate them, but Amazing Spider-Man is obviously great. Blue Beetle, I really like Blue Beetle. I think it did really good. Underrated, but definitely a fun film, especially a family film. Okay, we're getting there, and my throat's giving out, so forgive me. But big shout out so far to Spiky, Chew, and Random. I appreciate y'all popping in. We've had some lurkers too on Twitch and YouTube. We're multi-streaming right now, so but yeah, we're getting there. Okay, Event Horizon. You've never seen Event Horizon? It's an experience. You need to watch it while you're high. You just I've never been high. I watched it, but it's one of those films. If you watch it while you're high, you're gonna wake up like, what the fuck did I do last night? It's a hell of a movie. Horror, space horror, but it's crazy. Ace Ventura. I'll go ahead and cover both because the other one's on the end. I just, it's Ace Ventura. I'm gonna have it. Of course, I'm gonna have it. Um, God, God, it's so good. And I hope to God they never make a third one, although the way things are going nowadays. Ugh. Okay, technically they did. They did have some spin-offs, like when he's a kid, and then they had a cartoon back in the 90s. Wasn't too bad. But yeah, they just much like Home Alone or um, The Mask kind of ran it into the ground. So, but these two are premiere, they're peak. So, I mean, I don't really love or hate alien movies. I'm pretty neutral on it. They're enjoyable. So, I can't really make that claim. Saw 10, God, Saw 10 is brutal. It's one of the Saw entries with the most heart in it. Um, it really is. It's really good. I do have all the Saw films. A few of them are iffy, very questionable, but very gory. Again, gore porn. The story didn't really matter that much, but in 10 it did, and I loved it. And of course, a movie collection of Friday the 13th. Had to do that. I still haven't watched all of them. I've watched like 6 of them, I think. But yeah, if they made an actual third one, he'd only be back if it was good. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah. Jim Carrey, especially nowadays, that's a different Jim Carrey. Still funny, but different Jim Carrey. Okay, Fun with Dick and Jane. Speaking of Jim Carrey, if you've never seen this, it's good. Slapstick humor, kind of dumb, but I liked it. It was really good. Alec Baldwin was in it. Um, also got I forget her name, but I kind of had a crush on her for a while. But anyway, Iron Man trilogy. I don't even need to cover that. I think Iron Man 3 would be my favorite. Iron Man 1 and then Iron Man 2 if I had to rank them. And it's the same Spikey. X is my favorite as well. Definitely. Yeah, Batman the Killing Joke, great movie. It made things awkward when Batman and Batgirl hooked up, but I kind of like that touch because it did humanize them a bit more, although very controversial. Indiana Jones 4, 5, 5. Um, Decent, not horrible, but decent. Not great, but decent. Um, I think it was a decent way to close everything out. The ending was all right. I like that I like what they did with the characters. Um, I really kind of wish they would have gone further with Mud from the fourth one. I think if they had done that right, I think it could have taken off a bit. I think it would have done okay. But we didn't get that, so that's all right. But the uh the fifth one was good. So, but it's hard to again, it's one of those cases. The original trilogy is so iconic, you know? It's so heartwarming, it's so familiar, nostalgic, impressive, fantastic. You just can't make it's very rare to make a film so many years later and have it be the same level. But it's also not fair to judge it because it's a different generation. Um, Probably a different writer, different director, you know. But I do like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull better than I do the fifth one. So, but if I had to rank them, number 3 is my favorite, no question. And I can't rank the rest of them. It's basically impossible, to be honest. But if I had to pick a number 2, giggity. It'd either be the first one or Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I probably get some flack for that, but it is what it is. All right, Identity, another horror movie, mental thriller. You don't realize what the fuck is going on until near the end, and you kind of go from there. So, honestly, the movie kind of reminds me of Constantine, and that sounds weird, but if you watch the movie, you kind of get the same vibe. I don't know if that makes sense. So, anyway, I don't know if you know about this. James Gunn only has a 5-year deal, so it's probably the reason why he has multiple movies. What? I don't think they'll let him go. I don't see it. I do not see it at all. But could be. Okay, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, great movie. It actually got recommended. I didn't really think I'd get into the animated, but it's really good. Or this type of animation. Again, this is one of those types of animation that drives me nuts. I can't watch it visually. It bothers me. Um, Not so much because I hate it. It's like a certain texture or a certain sound. It just bothers me mentally. Like it aggravates me, and I don't know why. But anyway, another good movie. I liked it. Daylight, Stallone film, pretty basic film. Good film though. I liked it. I bought I bought Death Race with Jason Statham. I still haven't watched the damn thing. Um, but yeah. Okay, this is one of the ones I've been waiting for, which is The Edge. Anthony Hopkins, Alec Baldwin. There's another guy in here. This movie, my dad loved this movie. Him and I watched it a lot coming up. Rest in peace. I miss him. He's actually behind me. I'm his ash bear. Um, but this movie is great. It's great. It's survival. Um, it's right up there with The Revenant. You ever seen The Revenant? It's good. I think I have it here in the collection too. Um, but no, The Edge is such a great movie. Classic for sure. And then there's the JP trilogy. That's a given. Um, Indiana Jones, obviously the original trilogy. Wait, is that the four? Yeah, that's the four movie. My bad. Original trilogy and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Um, Justice League War World. I don't know. Like they tried with this movie, but they basically just took some filler and added it to another movie. I don't remember what movie it was, but yeah, drives me nuts. Um, Death Race is awesome. Huh, huh. He's the only one who can save DC. I can see that. I don't really see, and that's the thing too. I don't really think DC ever needed saving. DC goes through different phases when it comes to movies, and it's gonna go in and out. Giggity. Um, but yeah, I like Snyderverse. I like the Gunverse. I like basically everything else. So yeah, it's hard for me to say words like save it or redeem it or anything like that. I'm uh I'm the guy in the center of it all, and I'm just like I'm enjoying it. But anyway, although it did suck to see the Snyderverse end before it could actually conclude. There was some closure with Zack Snyder's Justice League, but damn it, to never see that Doomsday in action kills me. So that is one of the things that sucks, but it is what it is. Fast 10, it's the only Fast and Furious movie I have. I bought it for a family member because I thought they might like it. So, Phone Booth, a hell of an experience. Colin Farrell and the guy from Young Guns, I forget his name, great actor, prolific. It's a really good film, action. And of course, there's Gladiator, the extended edition, um, classic, obviously. Need a good direction and not just being dark to be dull. Eh, yeah, no, I get that. I respect it. Um, Sisu, God, if you like John Wick, if you like violence, if you like a good movie, like not just a good popcorn movie, but this movie is, God, it's fucking phenomenal. Um, I hope they never do another one because it's a guy. He found gold. He fights the Nazis. He saves some women. Um, and it's just white knuckle rage, man. His horse dies. His Thankfully the dog doesn't die, but you can see relevance to John Wick in that. But anyway, another GOG movie or Gothic Guardians of the Galaxy. Another given John Wick 4. Really good movie. I think the ending finally found some balance. I'll give it that. But yeah, the Flash and the original Batman. I didn't have the original Batman, and I liked the Flash when it came out, so I figured I'd get it. It was a good combo deal. The Crow. Talk about movies that, again, they ran into the ground. Jesus Christ, especially the most recent one. City of Angels I could deal with, you know? City of Angels I could deal with. It was alright. It wasn't too bad. But then they had to try, and they failed horribly. Just, okay, I'm going to stop there because I could go into a rant, but I'm not going to do that. Snyder saying, "Oh, Batman can't kill," or "Batman who can kill." It's great, like what drove him. Maybe a solo movie instead of no. And see, and that's another thing I would have loved to have seen is an Affleck Batman movie, a dedicated Affleck Batman movie. I think, and I say this as a Snyder fan, I say it as a DC fan. I honestly think it would have been the best film of the Snyderverse. I really do. I really sincerely believe that if they had been able to work it out, but they weren't able to. So, yeah. Anyway, um, there are people that argue that Batman shouldn't kill. I disagree. I think eventually, I think Affleck's Batman got it right. That you can only stand so long to see villains get away, and your methods keep failing you because you keep seeing the grind, this pumping in and out of these villains, and eventually the human part's going to come to there's only one real way to stop the violence. There's only one real way to make sure people aren't hurt. And when you fight crime for 20 years and it has such an impact on you, you're eventually going to get like, well, you're going to get darker, you're going to get more brutal, and then eventually you're going to cross the line. But when you cross that line, I do think there was some redemption in his character. I agreed with the whole Martha thing. I think it was kind of a cool link in and of itself, but it definitely didn't appeal to general audiences, obviously. I think Snyder's always been kind of a niche actor. So, yeah. Anyway, literally didn't. See, that's the thing though. Like, what characters are is he trying to get? You know? Because a lot of people make that argument, but the problem is there's so many different variants of the characters. Are you arguing he didn't get the basic Batman character? Or are you arguing he didn't get a Batman of a certain arc? Are we arguing for the Batman from the films, from the comics, from the animated series? He did his own thing, you know? But there was a lot of elements of different arcs in it too. So it's really kind of unfair to judge the Snyderverse based on prolific Batman or classic Batman or cartoon Batman, comic Batman, you know? It's it's not the, you know, so I can get where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's like, what do you judge it on? You know, like what you grew up on, or you know what he did with it. He just it's it's rarely seen the after effect of a Batman years later, especially to the general audience, which is what I think threw people off because like they're not exposed to that. That's not the Batman they know, and so Snyder's kind of pinned in this corner of like, well, that's kind of the point, you know. And that's the point he was making. Is it was a study on the human effort of a vigilante that's been fighting for a long time, and he's become so enamored with people getting away, even though his methods failed him. Eventually, it's purely human. He's going to cross that line, and people don't like that. They don't, you know. I don't know. So anyway, I could keep going, but you know. Kills show him losing. Yeah. Right. And so that, yeah, no, I kind of agree with that because that was kind of the downfall. I think I think they kind of did a decent job, and chat's not showing, sadly, but uh, there's a point being made right now by Spikey of how the first Batman film, the first Batman in the Snyderverse to come on screen is this, you know, 20 years later he's killing He's trying to kill Superman and all this and that. So you really didn't go to a whole lot of backstory on that, but you definitely did get one of the greatest intros to any DC movie, in my opinion. The Gun and the Pearls, man, that was his. He definitely knows how to make an entrance. Definitely. So, but no, I agree. Having him kill in the first film, I get that. But I guess if you're, if you know the backstory, and most people do, it's just a different Batman. So, yeah, and see, that's the thing. Snyder never got that chance because that whole damn thing was butchered near the end, you know? There was so much drama going on, changes in the production, Warner Brothers fucking shit up from the studio perspective, but now that guns come in, obviously all that's been reset, more directed, and it's really cool to see that. But the Snyderverse in its own right, again, I respect it, and I still enjoy it along with the Gunverse, but it was just such a turbulent time for the Snyder team. Um, it's just a what if, what could have been, basically. But for what it is and for what we have, I think it did all right. All right, where was I? The Crow. Right. Okay, so we covered The Crow. The Mummy, classic. Nobody. If you've never seen Nobody, it's really good. Um, very violent film. Bolt is really good. It's right up there with Soul with me. It's good. Super Pets is a very enjoyable film. Um, I think this was right before Black Adam, or maybe a year before, because The Rock um, voices Crypto, and I think it's Keanu Reeves voices Bat Dog or Ace. I could be wrong on that. It's been a while since I've seen it, but Matrix Resurrections is good. I have it on 4K. It looks really good in 4K. I like what they did with it. They didn't run it into the ground, but they did make a statement. That's like the Matrix does. The Matrix, Matrix 4, Matrix Reloaded, and then Matrix, whatever the hell it was. That would be my ranking. So yeah, there's that. What's his backstory? Because I don't, instead of making a team up movie, do a solo Batman, not some Batman versus Superman. Yeah, I don't know. I think they were taking for granted the fact that the general public knows where Batman comes from. It's just like Superman, you know. They know that they know the basic story. So Snyder kind of bet that people would understand that he's been fighting it for 20 years, and it's been a long time coming, and I think they tried to represent that, but I don't know. No, I mean, I see what you're saying, and I can definitely agree with it. Okay, Mortal Kombat, definitely, definitely a good movie. Um, Hard to compare it to the first one because the first one's so campy, so classic, but it does do the story right. Um, I think, and I will stand by that. The Ice Age movies, I don't really need to go into that. Enjoyable films. I can't rank them. Going in Style is a cool comedy. Three older folks losing their homes or retirement, getting older. They plan a bank heist, and it's really good. My throat's losing it. I'm gonna have to cut it off soon. But um, Short Circuit. I have a Psycast coming up soon of Short Circuit versus or Johnny Five versus oh, it's a robot from a recent film. Gemini recommended it because I couldn't think of a good character to put Johnny Five up against. And I need somebody on his level. And I forget the name, but it'll be out at some point. Jackie, another biopic with Natalie Portman as Jackie Kennedy. I It was really good. There's a classic ASMR video of Jackie Kennedy giving a tour of the White House, showing the art, the furniture, and this movie did a good job of incorporating that. I think Jackie made a pretty decent Jackie Kennedy. I think she did a good job. So I'll leave it at that. All right. The Taken collection unrated. Look, man, it's Taken. It is what it is. If you've never seen it, it's a great action. Liam Neeson, he's totally taken a career turn here lately. But yeah. The Revenant, just like The Edge I was talking about earlier, it's a damn good movie. Leo DiCaprio, when he's not throwing women out of his life that's over 26 years old, he knows how to make a good film and be a good star. But the movie's brutal. It's all about survival. The guy keeps coming back. So, and of course, Mrs. Doubtfire. There's that. Next of Kin was for a family member. It's an alright film. Um, Not my favorite. Demolition Man. I was talking about earlier. Sandra Bullock. Um, Snipes, Stallone, classic 90s trope. Really good. The Rundown, great comedy with The Rock. Um, Fall is an experience but if you're scared of heights, you're not gonna like this movie. And man, it's brutal too. Um, it's a hell of a survival story. I don't think it's based off anything like real life, but yeah. So anyway, Titan AE. Titan AE is a bit of a love it or leave it film. I liked it. Um, yeah, I think it was good. It had some decent stars in it too. It was right at that age of studios trying to jump into the CG era with big stars, and I think they did all right by it. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, one of the first D&D films that actually hit it big with the general public. I like the original Dungeons and Dragons films. The one with the Wayans brothers wasn't that bad, but the ones that went straight to DVD are really good. I actually need to get my hands on some of those. Terrifier 2, I talked about this earlier. I never really get into it. A very brutal opening scene with the dude getting his brain ripped out, and you could literally hear it in his voice where he's like, it's like, damn. Um, the Man Who Knew Too Little, Bill Murray. Um, I don't think a whole lot of people may have seen this film back in the day, but it is funny, stupid but funny. Mission to Mars is interesting. It touches on humanity going to Mars, making contact, seeing where we come from. It talks about humanity being seeded on Earth um, from Martians, basically. Bit of spoilers there, but it is what it is. Bedazzled, Brendan Fraser. This movie's so funny. It's a what if movie. He gets wishes from the devil. Um, it's a really good movie. The Emperor's New Groove is another Disney movie I swear by. If you haven't seen it, definitely worth a look. Shazam! Fury of the Gods. It was good. It was good. Not as good as the first one, but still decent movie. 65 was all right. I thought it looked pretty good, but not the best film. The Core is really good. Um, you gotta kind of watch it to really, I think, enjoy it and appreciate it. But it's really good sci-fi. Die Hard is, well, Die Hard. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Number three is my favorite Die Hard ever. Um, because Jeremy Irons is fantastic in it, and Sam Jackson, just a great cast. Wally, I don't know. I don't really need to say anything about Wally. Wally is Wally, and it'll always be a favorite film. Always be a favorite film. I've got two pops of him. I actually thought about doing Johnny Five versus Wally for a Psycast, but doesn't make any sense. There's Jason X, Jason 10, my top favorite Jason movie. Aside from Freddy versus Jason, which I loved. Secrets of Dumbledore, I'm a big fan of the Fantastic Beasts series. I like Harry Potter, but I tend to go for the spin-off franchises. For example, The Hobbit when it comes to Lord of the Rings, Fantastic Beasts when it comes to Harry Potter, so on and so forth. Planet of the Apes, one of the first ones, or well, one of the I don't know if you call it a reset, but definitely a one-off for Mark Wahlberg for the Planet of the Apes universe. War of the Planet of the Apes, again, another part of the Planet of the Apes, unrelated to this Planet of the Apes. This is a different universe. Um, so, yeah. Book of Eli, Denzel Washington in a post apocalyptic setting. My speech impediment is going crazy. Um, it's a great movie, very violent. It's also got what's her name in it? She voices Meg. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, I can't remember her name. Anyway, where are we at? I think we're coming up on where we should be. Constantine, like a classic DC live action. I can't wait for a second one if they make it. There's talk about it. There was talk about it. I don't know what happened. As of this recording, who knows? Dragon Ball Z. This is Brawly, right? No, superhero. Yeah, Dragon Ball superhero. Um, I wanted to see this at the time. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but yeah, I remember being good. So it was a good purchase. I don't regret it. The Death and Return of Superman, Green Lantern, Beware My Power, um, Reign of the Superman. Okay, so I have I don't have it. I used to have it. I have the steelbook of Reign of the Superman. Reign of the Superman was really good. Green Lantern, Beware My Power was phenomenal. I loved it. The Death and Return of Superman was okay. But I want to touch on Green Lantern. One of the best Green Lantern movies I've seen, aside from this one animated, is shit. Green Lantern Corps? It's the one where it tells the related stories of the various Green Lanterns. Um, and it's really good. It's different perspectives of different Green Lanterns. I can't remember Green Lanterns Rise of I can't remember it. Anyway, I don't think I have it though. That's what sucks. I need to get my hands on it. Okay. So there's those. Bad Boys for Life, another Bad Boys film, is really good. The 90s Count of Monte Cristo. I introduced Lady Salak to this. She loved it. She introduced it to her mom. She loved it. So um, they did a great job with it, I think. Ghost, that's more for family. I mean, it's a good film, but yeah, I mean, you kind of got to be into that sort of film, especially from the 90s. Gone in 60 Seconds, classic Cage film. Man, my throat is getting dry, but I can't stop. I want to keep talking. Um, I'm really excited for Lanterns 2, man. It's gonna be great. But yeah, Gone in 60 Seconds, great film, all about cars. Um, I can't remember her name. I'm so bad with names right now. Um, she played Tomb Raider. Oh my God. And she played in Salt too, one of my other favorite action movies, spy movies. Wow. Okay, I'll remember it later. Um, Volcano. It's a really good movie, 90s film. Um, Volcano ends up in LA. They're trying to stop the lava. It's really good. Megan. I don't have Megan 2 yet. I haven't seen it. I'll go into soon. Megan's a great film. It was violent and scary without being bloody. It's crazy. Escape from LA. Underrated film. Escape from New York, underrated film. I don't know if I have that one or not, but um, Kurt Russell, man, back in his heyday, golly, it's a good actor. Um, but yeah, so anyway, Escape from LA is really good. It's got that 80s, early 90s kind of violence setup. Evil Dead, the unrated edition, hell of a film. Um, Evil Dead Rise, especially, is brutal. I loved it. I like it. I like it better than the originals. I'll say it again. It's one of those things. I like it better than the originals. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I like what they did with it. So the holiday film, the holiday is a special story because Lady Psylocke kind of got me into it. It's got Jack Black, one of my favorite actors, and comedians. But the holiday's really good. It's a romance, comedy romance, and it's a really good holiday couple film. So, Scrooged holiday film with Bill Murray. Basically, it's a Christmas Carol, but fucked up. Dark comedy, violent, kinda, but it's really good. Violent Night is what I was thinking of earlier. One of my favorite holiday movies. It's a great movie. It's there's a lot of inspiration from different films. It started the trend, in my opinion, and it's really good. So there's that. Venom, 2, eh, you know, is good. Um, I don't know. It just didn't hit me. It didn't hit me like 1 and 3. So anyway, it's good. I mentioned earlier it's number 3 on my list. So Black Adam, I really enjoyed Black Adam. It's right up there with Blue Beetle, Black Beetle. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good. It was also really cool to experience it in IMAX or no, Cinemark XD, I believe, with Lady Salak when it came out. Um, we did a whole Twitter thing where it was like where they're doing the hand thing like this. We did a maybe it was like that. I don't know. Anyway, we did a picture for Twitter. That'll always be a memorable moment for me with her. The Hobbit. I don't need to touch on The Hobbit. Everybody knows I love it. Night at the Museum. What a great trilogy. Um, really good. It's right up there with National Treasure. It's just enjoyable films. Um, 2 Street Fighter animated movies. Um, sadly, that I think go underrated. Street Fighter 2. Uh, it's such a great 90s animated movie for a franchise that sadly live action remakes, much like Mortal Kombat, the first one was very campy. I have it, I love it. Um, but the best thing, like series wise, wow, it's already 11:30. Um, the best thing series wise happened was the animated films. So, Street Fighter 2 is definitely the best. Con Air, another Cage film, great movie actually, surprisingly. Came out around the same time as The Rock, I believe. Not the actor, but The Rock with Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage. This was like peak Cage era. So, again, good film. Zack Snyder's Justice League, bullshit, just straight up bullshit. I mean, it was too good. It's not right. Okay, but here's the thing, because I saw what you brought up, Spiky, Superman biological parents thing. That not really related to that, but Zack Snyder's Justice League is the best of the Snyderverse, in my opinion. Or at least top 2. It's definitely number 1. But what bothers me in the film, and not a whole lot of people agree with this, is the musical, the the music sequences that they put in it. Um, I get what Snyder was doing, but I don't know why. But whenever I watch it and I see those, it bothers me. I think because it breaks the movie for a bit. But again, that's just opinion. So, The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, extended edition, that's a given. Um, Hidden Jurassic World, is that Dominion? That is Dominion. That's the regular cut. Uncharted, I think Uncharted did all right. It's not perfect, but it's a pretty decent Sony film, I think. It obviously has nothing to do, or it tore completely away from the game but you know, same characters, same story-ish. Um, so I think it was a good film. Not the best adaptation, but a good film. Spider-Man: No Way Home. I don't even know to touch on that. I mean, that's a great film. It Chapter 2. I bought it because I enjoy the story. I didn't like the original. Don't know why. I can't explain it. But the new ones are decent. Ghostbusters Afterlife, obviously continuing the Ghostbusters universe from the original two. Um, really good. Free Guy. God, another Ryan Reynolds movie that's really good. If you've never seen it, it's really good. It's about a game character that becomes sentient. It's a code. He's a love letter to somebody. It's actually a good romance film, so to speak. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Seth Grahame-Smith. He wrote Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. He wrote The Last American Vampire, which continues from Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Um, some of my favorite books, including audio and movies, but I'm not sure we'd ever get a Last American Vampire movie, sadly. Um, but Pride and Prejudice and Zombies wasn't the best. It was alright, but I got it just because of Seth Grahame-Smith. Now You See Me, great film. Lady Salak and I need to watch those because they got a third one coming out. Um, I'm looking forward to that. From Paris with Love. This is such a weird movie, but it's kind of funny. John Travolta as like this international spy that's like so fucking hardcore. He's doing cocaine, he's drinking energy drinks. Just it's so weird, but it works in a weird way. So anyway, Batman: The Longest Halloween. Eh, they kind of messed up the ending into who I don't know. You know, I got it. I enjoyed it. So um Underworld, God, don't get me started on Underworld. Kate Beckinsale and leather. Woo. Um, Underworld's a great movie. I think we did a Psycast. I think it's still here on the main channel. Her versus Ascendant Baldur's Gate 3 character. I can't remember his name. My brain's fried. It is really late. Face Off, John Travolta, Nicolas Cage. Um, Total 90s, early 2000s film. Um, Jump into Timeline. Timeline's good. Paul Walker, Gerard Butler. Um, it's a decent film. It's a bit of a B movie. Lady Salak and I watched it the other night. She enjoyed it. It's really good. Mouse Hunt is a slapstick stupidity. Um, I really like the film. Don't love it, but I really like the film. It's really good. So, what else do we got? I think we're not exactly where I want to be, but we'll go through these real quick. Cruella's really good. I liked it. Batman: The Longest Halloween, another part of that story. Again, it was all right. Changing Lanes is good. Affleck, Samuel L. Jackson. It's a decent drama, suspense, not really violent. Escape from New York, epitome of violence. Again, another Kurt Russell film that's really good. War Games. War Games is classic 80s. Um, Human versus AI. Kid wants to play a game. Oh, he gets to play a game. Um, Justice Society, really good. I liked it. Then you have the John Hughes collection. Breakfast Club being the number one. Weird Science being number two, or maybe vice versa, something like that. Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man series, trilogy. Don't really need to say anything about that. Obviously, classic. Jumanji: The Next Level. I liked it. It was really good. Um, I kind of like what they're doing with the series. It's one of those that's not really getting run into the ground with the continuation movies, but um, it could be better, but it's still enjoyable. Wonder Woman 84, controversial a bit, but I liked it. I liked it. I like what they tried to represent with that side of Wonder Woman. It's all about caring, loving, trying to get people to realize that there is good in them, kind of thing. The only thing that you find very questionable, there's a couple of things, but the one thing that stands out is the dude getting raped. The, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Steve Trevor comes back in this dude's body because she gets a wish. He's literally possessed this dude's body, so to speak, and they make love. But the guy whose body he's inhabiting didn't give consent for this to happen, right? Okay. Now I say that because the same damn thing happened to Bruce Wayne whenever I forget her name. Jesus, I can't remember. Anyway, Batman gets drunk and drugged. He ends up having sex with yeah, the Demon's Head's daughter. Um, can't think right now. Anyway, they end up having a kid together. Batman didn't exactly consent, although he wouldn't have said no because he was drugged. So, again, rapey scenarios. But aside from that, I really liked Wonder Woman 84. I liked Pedro Pascal in it. I like what they did with it. Okay, this is starting to lag. Um, the Marco Zorro, really good film. Totally 90s. Oscar with Sylvester Stallone. It's his attempt at comedy, and I think it paid off. It was really good. Um, Jay and Silent Bob, any Jay and Silent Bob movie I'm gonna love. Office Space, classic, classic comedy, um, in my opinion. The Conspirator. This is a period film drama. Lincoln involved, so I'm gonna watch it. Um, and it's really good, but it's not for everybody. So it is drama. It's slow, but I liked it. The Crazies, another great film. Replicas, it's an alright movie. It's not too bad. We'll skip over that Batman. Soul of the Dragon, it was alright. Greenland's really good. Gerard Butler. Um, I forget her name, but survival film, sci-fi. They're trying to get to Greenland, um, and just survive. So Silent Hill, decent, another decent adaptation movie. Not too bad. I liked it. Rhoda Mitchell, especially, I used to have a big crush on her. There's only two Pirates films I like. Um, Dead Men Tell No Tales and uh, On Stranger Tides. The other ones were okay. They started everything, but again, it goes back to the two off films that um, I think are the better of the series. So, Rambo: Last Blood, great film, good story. I like what Stallone did with it. Escape Plan, I like the Escape Plan movies, but this one was kind of lacking. Um, Robin Hood Men in Tights, Lady Salick and I saw that for the first time. Um, and she liked it. I mean, it's stupid humor, it's slapstick, but yeah, I really like the story. What with them being taken over the world because there's a chance to have brainiacs behind it. That's true. Although, man, I'll be honest, kind of getting tired of Brainiac. I know that's probably horrible to hear, but I just hope they do him some justice if there's a live action adaptation of him. But anyway, Fat Man again, Santa Claus taken to a hardcore level. V for Vendetta. I don't need to say anything about this movie. If you're a comics fan, if you're graphic novels, if you're into violent films with a good message of revolution, Jesus Christ, watch V for Vendetta. It's violent, it's bloody, but man, it's good. It is so good. Spider-Man: Far From Home. I'll be honest, not a favorite. I don't like the way they out of the Maguire verse, the Amazing Spider-Man verse, and this one. I'm just gonna say Far From Home is probably the worst Spider-Man film. It's still a good film, but I have to say it's the bottom movie so far. That's probably brutal, but that's where I'm at with it. Zombieland 2, you watched that at 10. Really? Wow. You got to watch it earlier than I did. Um, Zombieland 2, Double Tap. Great movie. But 1 and 2 are great. Trading Places, classic 80s. Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. God, it's so good. Yeah, no, I kind of figured that's what you're talking about. V for Vendetta. Um, so there's that. Clue, the movie, one of Lady Salacamon's favorites. Again, slapstick, stupid comedy. Four Brothers is a great film. Mark Wahlberg, and then the guy that's in Tron Legacy. It's got Andre 3000. It's got the guy that would eventually appear in the Transformers movies and the Cobra movies. Just a great film. Tommy Boy, slapstick, Chris Farley, and David Spade. It is what it is. Superman, Man of Tomorrow is a great film. One of my favorites. Um, Definitely one of the better animated. One of the best, actually, I would argue. The Fifth Element. I still need to get Lady Psylocke to watch that. It's another classic sci-fi film. And then that brings us to Apocalypse War. Again, top animated movie for DC, in my opinion. There's others that are in my brain, but my brain is tired, so I can't access it. Dark Knight Rises, I really like. Uh, Talia. Talia al Ghul is the one that quote unquote rapes Batman to have a kid with him. So again, Batman was drugged. I will die on this hill that it's rape, technically. Anyway, moving on. Dark Knight Rises is really good. I liked it. I think I like it better than Batman Begins. Controversial take, but it is what it is. Birds of Prey I really liked. I think Birds of Prey is a great film. It's got that Harley touch written all over it. It's crazy as hell, violent, but that's Harley. So I think it turned out great. Deadpool 2, yeah, Deadpool 2 is Deadpool 2. Bloodshot with Vin Diesel is interesting. It's like an attempt at a comic movie, but it didn't really fall well, although it was alright. Dear God is a good movie, very underrated. Kind of failed for a lot of people, but um, Greg Kinnear, you don't really hear a whole lot about him, not anymore. He's kind of like fading away. But The Punisher with Tom Jane, yeah, Tom Jane. Um, a really good standalone, enjoyable. John Travolta. Um, just so many funny movies. Uh, yeah, it's really good. It's an enjoyable popcorn movie, and I think they did a good job with the Punisher. Um, Although with that said, I do like the current Punisher too. So I just wish Thomas Jane would have been able to stick around for a bit more. Deadpool movies aren't ever any lower than an A for a rating. I agree. Passengers is a great movie. Chris Pratt, and the other chick, I forget her name. She played in No Hurt Feelings. She's actually There's a great scene on the beach where she kicks somebody's ass and she's totally naked when she does it. Um, so it's pretty crazy. No Hard Feelings is a good movie. Passengers is a really good movie too. Although it's slow. It's slow science fiction, but it's really good. Superman Red Sun was interesting. I like what they did with it. Not the best animated film, but it was good. Terminator Dark Fate, another classic film. What a Batman horror movie with the Thugger. That'd be really cool. I mean, they kind of did that a little bit with the Batman, but not a whole lot. I keep having to adjust. I'm sorry. My chair is getting crazy. Um, but yeah, Terminator Dark Fate is one of those movies that they actually did good by, that did some justice to the first two. Um, so I liked it. Okay, Sin City. Sin City is obviously a great graphic novel movie. Don't need to say much about it. Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers was really good. Made me cry. Not gonna lie. Really good. Killing Lincoln, hosted by Tom Hanks. Um, Lincoln is somehow related to Tom Hanks along some family line. Um, so that it's really good. It's a biopic. It was made for TV. But quality movie. Joker, obviously we talked about that earlier. Great film. Batman may become open for people to make a movie like Winnie the Pooh. Man, those don't get me started on those movies. Golly. I don't know why. I can't enjoy these horror remakes of the ones that entered um public domain. I just I've tried. I just can't get into them, but that would be interesting. The original Batman design. The Mask, we talked about The Mask earlier. Pete Carey. Alita is another great sci-fi film. If you haven't seen it, it does run long, but I can't wait to see a second one once Cameron finishes up with Avatar. I could go on about the Avatar movies, but I'm not going to do that. It's mixed, but I really want to see another Alita movie because this one was good. Total Recall, classic 80s Schwarzenegger. Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action movie about the, or not live action, animated. It beats the novel, to be straight up, although it is basically torn directly from the pages. Um, and it's the only animated movie I've seen, I could be wrong, that has a 100% Rotten Tomatoes rating. At least it was the last time I viewed it. So, nah, I can see that. Yeah, Batman version. That makes sense. Lord of the Rings trilogy, don't need to say much there. Child's Play with shit. Yeah, he voices anyway. Great voice actor. God, I can't remember his name. Played in Star Wars, voiced Joker. 12 Angry Men. I think we're at the point where I can stop. But we'll finish the top line. 12 Angry Men, classic film. One of my favorites. Total courtroom drama. Talks about humanity, bringing people over to the good side, the darkness in humanity, the aggravation, the mental stability. Just great. Eraser was still Schwarzenegger, almost said Stallone. Um, it's a good action film. Total 90s. John Wick 3. It's John Wick. Don't really need to say much there. I will close this out. Uh, Godzilla King of Monsters was good. Batman Hush could have been good. And it was good up until the ending, to when they fucked up Hush. But that's a personal opinion. Anyway, I want to try to rank the John Wick, to kind of close this out. Because we're back, if I remember right, we're back to where we were with the first video. And man, what a ride it has been. And I got to give a big shout out to Spiky, to Random, to Chew, and to the lurkers that have popped in. This has been a long-winded video, I'm not going to lie. I could not stop. Abraham Lincoln once said that there was a joke of a preacher said that he would love to stop, but he gets too lazy once he starts giving a message or something to that regard. So this shit's addictive to me, and I've got to stop myself here because, again, I'm pretty sure. I think I've actually overlapped, but John Wick. Recently, The Ballerina came out. We watched that the other night. It's a really good movie, surprisingly. Um, it's really hard to rate the John Wick films, but I'd have to say John Wick number one is the best. John Wick 3 is number two. Number 4 is number 3. And number 2 is number 4. Now, that's off the top of my head. If I had to think about it longer, it might change a bit. But, yeah. I think I'll leave it at that. Anyway. Am I? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Anyway. They don't die, though. They wake up in the hospital at the end of the movie with a classic version of Batman standing in the room asking for who they work for. Gotcha. Alright. Well, thanks for hanging out. I look really rough. That's right. It's all over the place. My lisp. has been at play because of my dentures. But being a last minute stream, not too bad. I really enjoyed it. My throat is sore as hell. I need some water. I'm gonna get something to eat. But thank y'all for hanging out. If you made it this far and you're watching in the future as a video, more than likely you'll find chapters below. Gemini's been helping me with that. Um, but I've been wanting to do this for a while to get things caught up, and we finally did that. So that's been my digital movie collection so far. I tell you, I haven't noticed anything off this stream. What do you mean? I haven't noticed anything off the stream. I'm a little confused by what you mean. Anyway, give him a minute to. But yeah, this has been my digital collection. I had a dark thought about midway of doing this. In my digital collection, digital movies, digital games, digital books, audio books. What happens to them after we're gone? You know? There's always the thing of giving access to your family, to your account. But if you never do that and you end suddenly, that collection just sits there. And then if the servers are gone, the collection is gone, right? This is our digital age. This is where we're at. So I've been trying to reinvest in physical media as much as I can help it. Because physical media, especially if there's a digital dark age, I've got a Psycast coming up about this on how to back up games and whatnot. A bit of a survivor's toolkit. You need to have something in place in case you lose internet. So I just want to end it on this note that digital media is great, very accessible, but if you ever lose internet, or if the internet ever goes down, you're kind of left with nothing unless you have something physically to fall back on entertainment-wise. So read a book, watch a physical movie, play a game, because as much as I enjoy this digital collection, when it comes down to it, there could come a time to where you can't access it. I won't be able to access this at all unless I download them. But even then, there's a licensing issue and it's got to check for the internet at some point. So, there's that. Yeah. Hopefully my point is made. We'll see. You've been talking well. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Well, again, big shout out to everybody. Thank you for the lurks, and the chat, and the long-winded stream that I hope is enjoyable on some level. It's been one man's input, one man's collection, and as of this recording, you know, that's where I stand with everything. So, stay safe, stay sane. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. As of this recording, I'll potentially see y'all Sunday night for Injustice 2. We need to start that story. And we also need to start other series, but we'll come to that. Anyway, I hope y'all have a good weekend. And no, Spiky, you're very welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll see y'all here in a few days. We'll do something. There'll be another Tomb Raider coming up on the in-between, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's getting some views, so people seem to like it. It hasn't gotten a whole lot of likes, but the like algorithm is weird nowadays. I could go into that, but I'm not going to. Anyway, I will see you later. Peace. Here's the. We want to do the stream ending? Yeah, we'll do the stream ending. See you. Water. I need water. Now I know how the guy in 127 hours feels. Ugh. At least I still have my arm.